I like a cornrow, I wear cornrow.
Only reason why you wear cornrow is because you got a brother on your arm. If you didn't have a brother, you wouldn't have no cornrow.
Ooh. Brother on my arm, no brother on your arm.
At least I know how to fry chicken.
I know how to fry chicken.
No, you know how to fry noodles.
As a man, one of the greatest comebacks that a lot of us have towards women that we were once dating or entertaining at one time, if you were successful, was at least I hit, or at least you let me hit, or you let me hit that, or you let me get that. If a woman ever comes at you talking all this shit about, oh, your dick small, this, that, and the other, because you know they're gonna shame you the best way they know how. One of the best comebacks alive, if you did hit that, is shit, well, at least you let me hit. Because at the end of the day, the fact that she lets you smash lets a man further know that at least one time she found you to be a man of value. At least one time in her life, she thought that you were somebody. So that is one thing you'll always have over a young lady that you were once intimate with. Even if she talk all the shit in the world, there's one thing she can't take back: the fact that she let you smash. Okay? Now let's get into the video. I just want to get that off my chest. I heard a brother bring that up earlier in the short, and I was like, yeah, guys need to hear that. But let's talk about this particular video, because this isn't about cultural appropriation or anything like that. But what it is about is the simple fact that one of the best comebacks that a woman can have is the "at least I got a man" type of conversation. Now, from the Asian young lady's perspective, she said, I got a black man on my arm, but you ain't got one on yours. You see, now that cuts deep. If you know women in any capacity, you don't know until you know how deep those particular words go. Not necessarily the fact that, oh, I got a black man on my arm, you don't have a black man on your arm. Take race out of it. The fact that I have a man on my arm and you don't have one says a lot about who you are. Says the fact you can't get a man and or you can't keep a man. And I often say, sometimes women just need to hear this shit from other women. Because if a guy say, oh, that's why you ain't got nobody that really want to fuck with you like that, oh, you a hater. But if a woman got something going for her in any capacity, but the other girl doesn't, shit, I got mine, where yours at, right? That type of shit. That shit cuts deep. Again, deeper than most men will ever know. Now, why is the good dot making this video? Right? What is the genuine message that I'm trying to portray in this particular video? I am not saying that Asian women are taking black men out of the community. I am saying that women abroad are taking men out of the West. And they're doing it at a rampant rate. So it's going to get to the point where this particular clapback or this particular point being made is going to start resonating with everybody. All the women in the West, boy, it's going to start to resonate. And again, I say it time and time again, just because a guy wants to hook up with you or have sex with you and all of that stuff doesn't mean that he necessarily wants you long term. I'm sure a woman in the West will find a guy that will want to sleep with them. Trust me, it is not that hard, ladies. Y'all got it a whole lot easier than we do. But can you find somebody that's willing to keep you around after he smashes, right? Can you find somebody that really wants to genuinely keep you around as part of your, as good company? Few and far between. More likely than not, you can't. You're probably not gonna find somebody that wants to keep you around. So when she said the comment that she made in this video, regardless of how she looked, regardless of how you felt about how she looked, the simple fact is she made a comment that really hurt that girl's feelings. So you could tell it hurt, right? So your next clap back after that is, oh, at least I know how to fry chicken or some shit like that. Okay. All right, love. Okay, if you really want it that bad, you can have it. But it's just, it baffles me to no end. But I love the conversation only because I think it's always something we can learn from, man. And although this movie is old, the hair shop, bro, that's early 2000s maybe, before the 2010s for sure. But the fact that they were talking that shit earlier on, interracial dating, dating outside the culture, if you want to call it that, says that this not necessarily passport movement, but, you know, the idea behind dating women outside the culture of the race has always been there. But now I think that there's more meaning behind it, and I think there's more purpose behind it now. I think that's the thing that's the biggest difference, right? The biggest difference is, to be honest, we might be dating outside the race, because in that particular scene, the young Asian lady seemed to have adopted, we'll just say black culture, for lack of a better term, adopted black culture. A lot of us aren't willing to look and or date women that remind us of women from our own home countries. We don't want a young lady, just because you may look different, you know, aesthetically. We don't necessarily want to deal with young ladies that remind us of the culture in which we're trying to somewhat, not necessarily distance ourselves from, but, you know, we're looking for something new. A young lady that has our own culture, something that we can learn and better and grow, you know, within ourselves and shit like that. But I just want to put this clip out there. My dialogue that come with it, take it with a grain of salt, man. But that's kind of how I'm feeling. I would love to hear how you feel. If you guys haven't already copped your ebook, make sure you do so. Description there below. Good docs, good books. If you guys want to get that merch ain't going nowhere, man. We might try to put some new designs out, but right now, copy some merch below this particular video. All right? I'm going to go and let y'all get to getting, man. It's been a good doc. Y'all take care. Y'all stay blessed, man. Doc is out. Peace.